If you are on the twin flame journey, you have almost certainly heard the phrase inner union. It is often presented as a milestone you must reach before your twin returns, a box to tick on the way to physical union, or something you must do correctly in order to finally be rewarded. But inner union is none of those things. Inner union is not a twin flame relationship status or phase. It is not something you achieve with your twin, and it has nothing to do with 5D versions of anyone. Inner union is a state of consciousness, and it has nothing to do with twin flames at all. Let me say that again because the mind will want to resist it. Union is not a twin flame concept. Neither is separation. These are states of awareness, not relationship labels. Inner union is a state of oneness with all. It is the recognition that there is only one thing here, one consciousness, one soul, one divine presence expressing itself through form. When you are in inner union, you are no longer living from attachment, especially attachment to outcomes, especially attachment to physical union with your divine masculine. This is where many people get stuck. They say they want inner union, but what they really want is their twin to come back. That is not inner union. That is desire. That is ego. That is separation consciousness. Inner union does not need anything to happen externally in order to feel complete. It is complete by nature. One of the most common things I hear is that you need to come into inner union with yourself or into union with your 5D divine masculine. What? That language alone reveals separation consciousness. To come into union with yourself implies that there are two of you. To unite with your 5D counterpart implies distance, division, hierarchy. But there is no 5D divine masculine waiting somewhere for you to align with. There is no 3D divine feminine and masculine either. There is only you. One soul, one consciousness, one awareness. Souls do not have gender. Gender exists only in form, only in the manifested experience of polarity. Your soul is not feminine or masculine. It is everything and nothing at the same time. Unity consciousness cannot be conceptualized, and it certainly cannot be thought into existence. The moment you are trying to understand unity with the mind, you have already stepped out of it. This is where the journey becomes uncomfortable for the ego. The mind wants a process, a method, steps, a framework. But unity is beyond the mind. You cannot think your way into oneness. You cannot visualize your way into it. You cannot affirm your way into it. You arrive there by letting go of identity, letting go of outcomes, letting go of needing things to look a certain way. This includes letting go of the story of your twin flame, not rejecting it, not suppressing it, but no longer needing it. When you reach inner union, you do not care whether physical union happens or not because you don't love your twin, but because love no longer needs possession, proof, or form. One of the most misunderstood aspects of inner union is the idea that unity somehow means the absence of contrast. It doesn't. Unity does not erase duality. It contains it. As Ram Dass so beautifully said, duality is secretly unity. When you are living from the mind, duality feels like conflict. One side must win. One side must be right. Light must defeat dark. Good must overcome bad. But once you transcend the mind, something remarkable happens. You are able to hold two opposing concepts at the same time, without attaching to either. Light and dark, love and fear, joy and grief. You realize they are not enemies. They are two sides of the same coin. While you are in a physical body, in a 3D reality, you cannot experience one without the other. Contrast is the mechanism through which experience exists. Inner union is not about escaping duality. It is about making peace with it. Many people reach inner union and think something is wrong. They say things like, I feel neutral. I feel empty. I don't feel the intensity anymore. I feel normal. Yes, that's it. The ego is addicted to intensity, drama, longing, emotional highs and lows. The twin flame journey activates all of that, often to an extreme degree. Inner union feels quiet in comparison, peaceful, spacious, still. To the ego, this can feel boring. To the soul, it feels like home. This is also why many people unconsciously avoid inner union. They say they want peace, but they are still attached to the emotional charge of separation. Inner union asks you to release that too. Inner union is not something you achieve once and keep forever. It is a state you move in and out of, especially while still embodied. The nervous system, the mind, and the ego will occasionally pull you back into identification. That's okay. This journey is not about perfection. It's about awareness. Each time you notice yourself slipping back into attachment, longing, or story, and gently return to presence, you are embodying inner union. Not by force, but by honesty. Here's the paradox the mind doesn't like. When inner union is no longer your goal, you are closest to it. And yes, very often, this is when physical union becomes possible. Not because you earned it, not because you aligned correctly, but because there is no longer resistance. But whether physical union happens or not becomes secondary, because inner union is not about your twin. It never was. It is about remembering who you are beneath identity, story, polarity, and form. And when you touch that truth, even briefly, something in you knows. Nothing was ever missing. If you're ready to go deeper into your journey and receive personalized guidance, you can book a one-on-one chat session with me, which I offer on a pay what feels right to you basis using the link in the description. I have also created a free 30-day soul alignment program, which you can either access through my website or right here on YouTube. I've put the links to that in the description too. Stay present, stay aligned, and remember, love is your truth.